Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Wait,
Aye.
man.
Yes.
Easy.
Man. Back in the stew.
Back again, man.
What's this episode?
63. Yeah,
63, man.
63, man. How was everyone? How's life? How's things, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm recovering from last night. Me and Sean went out last night.
Do you know what? Yeah, I had this talk with a friend of ours, yeah, and you know when you've had Ray,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like because afterwards,
Did you drink Ray yesterday?
well, yeah, but I
What
didn't
took
realize.
time,
Yeah,
man?
but I didn't realize afterwards because
Okay,
it was
okay.
the rum punch in it. Because you know where there's a certain feeling that you just have when you've had Ray,
Yeah.
and I thought to myself,
exactly.
no, but I didn't have it. But then I obviously remembered that it was in the rum punch.
Yeah.
But it's just like any other drink that you have, you can feel a certain way, but you just know, like when you've had Ray, it just leaves you like, it just takes your soul, man.
Yeah, it just leaves you feeling a bit
Try
different.
stay away from Ray at the moment, fam.
Yeah.
Because they're doing. You seen that thing going around on social media?
Yeah. But I don't think
It's
it's not actual
it's
Ray.
real, it's
No,
real.
I know. Sure,
But for the
I know,
people
sure.
that don't know,
It's not
Diesel.
even just Ray as well. It's other forms of rum that they're infecting in it. Actual diesel, yeah, but it's
to
it's
bring
not
it to
food.
import fake Grey.
Stick with the Henny, fam.
Yeah, man. Nice little Henny and apple juice.
I'm a Henny and ginger beer, man.
Oh yeah,
man,
even
man,
ginger
so
beer,
still,
little pineapple juice. All of them things can run.
Splash of lime, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, little ice.
Yeah, ice, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just recovering from pretty much yesterday. But man, that's my second time out this year. And I'm starting to feel it more. Feeling it the next day, like, why did I do that?
Really?
Yeah,
I
I'm
wasn't
feeling it
that
a
bad,
lot
you know.
more.
I wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, it was daytime, fam.
Yeah, because it was like, we were in Brixton McDonald's at like
Yeah,
4:30. Do you remember the guy at the toilet?
What happened?
If I had a hat, I'm not going to ask Daniel for his hat, but if I had a hat, yeah. me and Sean are walking towards the toilet, yeah. And then there's a queue for it, but we didn't realize there's a queue. Didn't know there was just one of the single, like, disabled sort of toilet that everyone's kind of just using. So we've now walked towards it, and then there's this guy, like he's probably South American, maybe like Mexican.
Yeah, look like a Hector.
Yeah, like a Hector. He was like, yeah. Just down the door. Yeah, I was in front of you.
I said Hector. You're like mocking it.
Hey, I was crying.
And he just looked us up and down. I was just like, I was like, still hostility for, bro.
Mad. It's mad.
No, man. But another thing that we was talking about though was obviously Brixton, in McDonald's, the night shift is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
always
like,
been wild.
Yeah,
still.
it's always been wild, and I feel like that's them man deserve a raise. Though you could tell the hostility was growing. Do you know what I mean? When they're shouting at the order numbers and they're like, 77, and it's like they're counting down how many times they've said the number. If they said it about 2 times, it's going straight
That
back.
is it.
It's
You said
straight
my
back.
number once. That was it. Went straight back underneath the little light.
Yeah. But like, we was talking about all the different types of people that meet in that Brixton McDonald's. Because everyone's all had like a different type of night, or just come from a
Brixton's
different
changed,
place, or whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, you know how me and Aaron obviously come from this party. Someone else has probably come from somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like that.
And everyone's just met in this one hub.
Yeah,
just to get some food.
Yeah, that kind of realization that everyone
It's like
has
that
a different
whenever-
life. You
It's
know
like
what I
that
mean?
whenever you come from a night out, wherever you are, like you see that, and then any chicken shop,
Yeah,
you see that.
it's mad, isn't
You
it?
hear someone, excuse me, can I have the salad and
salad.
and the grilled chicken?
Yeah, get
And you get someone bus, and you get next one bus. Can we get the 6 wings and chips? Can we get the burger sauce as well? You know what I'm saying?
Render as well.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Orange.
Yeah,
It's
man.
mad,
But
man.
Brixton, just don't sleep, fam. Brixton, don't sleep. Brixton High Street, anyway. I know it's changed a lot, but yeah.
Well, it's
I know it's changed a lot still, but it's just always there's a level of activity that it just never passes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy, but
Yeah. But yeah, man. What we got on the agenda list today, anyway?
We got.
I think you had a question.
You
Actually.
mean?
Did
Aaron did.
Axe, yeah. Run that.
but I can't.
It
Where
was
is it?
about.
I wrote it down somewhere. Sorry,
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Sorry, people.
It's all right.
It's about like when do you have the right to tell people to kind of
Oh
move on?
yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the question was centered around like after a period of time, like is it right to tell someone that you've had an issue with when to get over something or how to get over something. So like the example was, say like I don't know, there's all these conversations about relationships and blah blah, but they're just good examples that a lot of people go through. But like say you cheated on your partner of 2 years and then they accept you back and then you've been loyal to them for about 5+ years since that incident. But in that time you've proposed to her as well. But she says she's struggling to get past that one incident. Like when is enough? Because some people would say, well, when you proposed to me, you should have really put that to rest, kind of that how you felt towards that situation, because we're trying to move on now in our relationship and do more things together. But equally,
I think
when you tell someone, is it your right to?
Yeah, I think there's different sort of avenues you can approach this, because on one hand, you can't do something to someone and then try and govern their response to it.
Yeah.
You just have to let them be. On the other hand, you can't say, I'm not going to say you can't say, I don't think it's right to say, all right, I forgive you, I'm going to take you back, knowing that you still have a problem. You're better off cutting that person off if you know you can't get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the actual, you should be able to just get over this now. If you're saying that this is what it is. Like if you're saying you love me and you're saying, okay, I'll take you back and blah, blah, blah. Let me know that you're mad. Let me know it will take time. But don't allow me to feel like it's okay to propose. And then you're still coming with that same story. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying that what he's done is right. Like people make mistakes. People make mistakes. It's part of life. We're humans, make mistakes. But you can't. I don't think it's right letting that person feel like everything's cush. And it's not. That's my opinion on it. I don't think it's more of a matter of saying you need to get over this now. I think it's just a matter of you knowing yourself. Because some people can generally move on and get on with life. Others can't, but they feel like they need to be there because they're scared they won't find someone else, or they're used to it.
But because I agree, like with that situation, situation in particular, you're gonna go through the emotional decision to kind of how you're gonna deal with that, and then someone else you're also gonna go through the logical side of it as well. But then at the end of the day, regardless of how you dress it up, the question is gonna be like, right, if you can't get over this, then we can't carry on. Do you know what I mean? Because there's always going to be that point where I like, similar to what you said, like you can't allow me to carry on to think it's all right to propose if this is what's still on your mind. Yeah. And it sounds like a harsh question or a harsh thing to say, but basically like you need to get on with this, or you need to get over this so that we can move on with life.
Don't get me wrong, because I'm not saying like that person needs to try and forgive that person straight away, because obviously when you're hurt or you're oppressed, it takes time.
Yeah, it does.
But this guy said they've been together. The thing was 5-6 years, right?
Yeah, so 5
5
years since that incident
And
happened.
they've been together.
They were together 2 years prior to that incident happens. Been there together for 5 years post that incident, and in that time he's proposed as well. So there's been ample time.
I think there's been enough time, but then like you can't govern how someone feels.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that person has to take the responsibility to leave.
Yeah, because how many times can you keep hearing, what you done really hurt me?
But this is what
And
I'm
you
saying.
can.
Like, you can keep hearing it, but at the end of the day, we're always gonna hit that question, hit that point where it's like, if we can't get over this, then we can't move on.
Yeah.
Regardless of
Or
how
you're gonna
we
get
feel
to a
about
point
it.
where you're gonna
You know
start
what I mean?
feeling maybe a bit.
It's like, oh, you hurt me. Okay, like we've been through this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No. That came out mad. I'm not even trying to make it like that, but it's like it's like, okay, but it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
And you're still here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's been 5+ years, you're still. It's not like
yeah.
it's been a year and she's still trying to, you know, understand the situation and bring herself to terms with what's happened. And she's like, you know what, I can't do this no more. And she's still a man. It's like, all right, cool, part ways. It's been a year. You gave it a try. You gave it a year.
Yeah.
That's fine. 5+ years, bro. That's half a decade. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
And I think in this example, one thing I missed out of that story is that the girl, she had a kid with the guy, and she also had a kid from the previous relationship. So from
So wait, is it the guy that can't forgive her?
it's the girl that can't forgive the guy. She can't forgive him for cheating, and then she's also got a kid with him, and also a kid from her previous relationship. So I think he thinks that she's kind of riddled with not commitment issue, like trust issues.
Trust issues, yeah.
With certain things. So, you know,
Yeah.
But then there's always the route of going down counselling, you know. You can
yeah,
get couples
this
counselling.
is the thing. Yeah, people shun it.
Get couples
People shun
counselling,
it, but,
fam. If that
you know,
don't work, then you know what? Leave it alone,
yeah,
man.
some things are meant to be, some
Do
things
what's
just
best for you,
aren't.
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But some people don't like to hear someone tell them what to do,
Yeah.
and they can't get over that complex.
then you know what? That's your problem.
Speaking of
Yeah.
people telling people what to do and what not to do, Chris Brown's been on tour recently
Yeah.
in the UK.
Oh, he's been doing the madness,
and
isn't it?
abroad, yeah.
Been touring for like a year, man.
You know, there was a whole incident of a girl that got. I think did she get invited up on stage? Or this is just an example of like what would you basically do in that sort of scenario.
Yeah,
But my question to you lot was, if you're at the front of the show, Chris Brown invites your girl up onto the stage, like the spotlight hits you. You know how it does in the thing, and then he's calling her up on the big microphone in front of 20,000 people. Are you? I got to find a way to word it. No, I'm just gonna say, are you letting her go?
You know what? It's crazy because on one hand you want to let people go and enjoy life, but it's almost like you're being called up on the stage to have Chris Brown do his thing.
Bro,
Now, there's no good way to receive that as a woman. There's no good way to be receiving lap dances from Chris Brown unless you're just like that.
Why are you going up?
He's gonna be
But this is
shaking it
what I'm
all in
saying.
your girl's face.
Look.
If she goes up,
I won't go to a concert, where I know maybe who that like
Ashanti.
Ashanti.
Yeah.
Let's go. I won't go to a concert where I know there's a possibility Ashanti will pull me up on stage and start whining with me. You know why? You know why? Because I can't do it. Because will I be able to say no? I don't know, because it's a celebrity like crush. Do you get what I'm saying?
And it's once in a lifetime.
But then you see, for me, I know I'm not for it if my wife was to get dragged up by Chris Brown or by Usher or by Jodeci trying to make a comeback and they're doing whatever they're doing. I'm not happy. I'm not comfortable with it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put myself in that situation because I know that my wife won't be comfortable with it. Doesn't mean I wouldn't want to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Look,
At least
it's
you're
Ashanti.
But you know,
it's
I'm gonna
Ashanti.
step in and do my thing
I'm
now,
just
innit?
saying it's Ashanti, innit? But like, for me, I can't. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth it, bro? It's not worth it.
Some people might think,
bro, it's not worth it.
Yeah, but some people might think it is though.
No, but it's not.
Some people listen.
What? So 5 minutes of a wild fantasy of yours, and it's never gonna go any further than that.
Yeah,
and then
but
you go home and your missus don't even want to. What's going on?
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Right then, your emotions and everything's just muddled up right now.
It's a good thing I've been through life, then, innit?
Everything's
So I can make
muddled
sound
up right
judgments. I can make sound judgments now.
Because
once upon a time, I would have made that and ruined myself.
Because
do you understand?
Yeah. Because my analogies, all I can try and liken it to is sometimes we don't always make the best decision during sex, right?
Okay. What do you mean by this?
Yeah, elaborate, please.
So we don't always make the best decision during sex. So sometimes, when we're doing our thing, sometimes we don't make sensible decisions. We make rash decisions because we're in this euphoria of like, almost ecstasy kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's not the same. It's not the same, bro.
So what I'm saying
I can
is,
tell you 150% right now that is not the same
no,
feeling.
but for some girls, they might wet themselves as soon as Chris Brown said, "Right, like, come up on stage."
Look, yeah. Listen.
So hold on. So
Go on,
you decide to go to a shanty concert with your missus.
Yeah.
And you get hit with a spotlight. Yeah. And the bouncers and everyone are saying, yeah, like
ready to lift you up over the
ready to lift you up.
See, listen, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm capping, I'm going. But do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is? I got no. Wait, let me pause. I gotta make the eye contact with my missus first. I gotta be like, I gotta be like,
make
right.
it look like at least you tried.
No. It's not even. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be like, babe, like.
what do you want me to do?
Babe, like, am I allowed? Like, well, you gonna feel alright because at the end of the day, yeah, I have to go home with her, bro. Remember, it's different for me. I'm married. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I know what it means to be married and at home.
Yeah.
You don't know yet. You don't understand yet, bro. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to spit some knowledge here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
No, it's not.
Because what my wife does for me at home, am I gonna give all of that up just for 5 minutes or something that?
5 minutes with Ashanti.
For Ashanti, no, I'm not gonna give it up, bro. I'm not. I've got steak at home.
But do you know what?
All the trimmings.
Hindsight is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Because once that whatever the lap dance or whatever on stage is finished, that's when you're gonna be thinking, flipping.
Yeah. So and that's why hindsight's beautiful. That's why when you've gone through a few things, you have the ability to think about what you're doing first.
Because you've seen it already.
Because you're not like a teenager where in a sense where you'll just be moving off impulse. You understand, you've gone through life a bit now and you understand that actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Period. Regardless of whether you wanna fulfill your pleasures or whatever, or it's once in a lifetime, like, or it's just an effort moment. Yeah. You have to understand how worth it is that effort moment. Is it gonna affect everything else? Yeah. But a ripple effect?
Do you not think that's gonna? Do you not think that can possibly cause you to resent that situation? Because
because it's not something I desperately need.
Further on in like, imagine one time you're just chilling, you think, flip, I'll turn down a.
I'll be real, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna share this on the pod because it's an old story. It's an old story from years ago. I was with someone one time, yeah. It was serious. Yeah. You don't know, yeah. And I went Jamaica, bro. I went Jamaica. And they loved me out there. Yeah. And I can't describe to you who was doing what, but there's this young woman out there, young lady, and she was just looking at me and she was giving me all the signs, and I was looking and I was thinking, bro. You know, you have to stop and think. And I said no. And I came back to England. Peace of mind, clear mind. You can't buy that. Yeah. And then things mash up. And then you start sitting down thinking, I should have done that shit. I should have done that shit.
Just done it.
But you know what? In my older age now, I'm glad I didn't. You know why? It helped me build some kind of principle.
Yeah. That's
you understand?
Yeah.
And now I know that you listen, it's all about the peace of mind, you know. I can't. It's not. Look, I don't care what Twitter says. I don't care what social media says. Me, I know how real life can get in it. Do you understand? And I rather my peace than to do something and what you get the backlash. And if people tell you, you're not living life or blah blah, no, I've lived life. This is why I'm making this decision. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and I think when it comes to principle as well, principle is really about what you know within yourself is right.
Do you know
what you do, how you do right by yourself, whether anyone knows of that decision that you've made. So it's how you feel towards certain things. So it's
the decisions you make when no one's
even when no one's sort of around. That's that's your morality. That's your principles.
Don't get me wrong. Look, we all fall to temptation. There's different kinds of temptation. Man, them fall to and whatever. Like everybody. Man, them women are like.
It's a human thing.
But it's a human thing. But look, I think that people lack the ability to put themselves in other people's shoes because of that impulsive behavior that a lot of people have. Like, you might feel like, yeah, this is the right thing to do right now because this is how I'm feeling. I'm gonna do it. It's there. I'm gonna take it. You know what I mean? That's how you feel, bruv. Like, man. Yeah. Listen, how do you feel if
But that's true or not?
Everyone knows afterwards. Yeah. Everyone's afterwards.
Do you understand?
You're vexed, especially when you know your girl's not happy.
Listen,
when you goes, alright,
listen.
we
As man, them, we all know that we are sensitive creatures. Do you understand? We're sensitive. We don't act it, yeah. But if someone's, even when you talk about ego and pride, the only reason your ego and pride gets touched is because you're sensitive, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we're sensitive 100%. In different ways.
100%.
And you see, when you have the right woman beside you, ain't no man telling me, yeah, if he does wrong by that woman and she cuts him off completely, he is not gonna bar like water.
Yeah, 100%.
Ain't no one telling me that. You're gonna bar like water. You're gonna.
I've seen it many times.
It's not.
Do you understand? Because you realise what you done.
Waterfall, done
So
fam.
then it goes back to my thing. Is it worth it? But sometimes have some control, man.
It's not worth it. Really. If I'm there, I'm not going.
Can you sleep at night?
Personally, I'm not going personally because I'll look like I can't. One, I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself as I'd want to if I was single. And
Yeah, if you're single, it's different.
If you're single, it's different. But like, if you know your girl's there, like, and she's like, you can kind of see her, and she's not fake smiling for you, but you know what I mean. She doesn't want to look like she has a problem with it. So in that moment, she's going to hold a certain face to be cordial, and then after, but you know she's gonna be upset. And I am not accepting my woman going up on stage to get that dance.
It's true. Do you know why? Yeah, I've had a real life.
You saying if that happens,
If it's the
done.
other way around, it's a girl, and my girl, she goes up on stage. No, I don't want it happening.
I've had a real life experience. Right. I've had it on. I've been on the receiving end, and I've been a perpetrator. I have. I'm not proud to say it, but I've been a perpetrator. One time we must have been walking through Brixton, yeah. Outside the Morleys near O2 Academy.
Yeah.
There must have been a concert. I can't remember who was in concert. I can't remember who it was. Like, I can't remember if it was an Afrobeats artist or a dancehall artist.
Yeah.
But it was crawling.
Dexter.
Everyone was outside. When I say everybody was outside,
yeah,
everyone was outside. But I was walking through my missus. So we're walking past the Morleys now. Walking past the betting shop, you know, the betting shop next to it. And there's a bag of man there. There's men and women are like everywhere. But it's like sort of summertime, so you know the maxi dresses are out, skin is out, everything's out. And all I'm hearing in the back, I'm just walking my missus and whatever. All I'm hearing in the background is
real shot.
Nah. Hey, so you know me already. You lot know me. I've looked. I swear to you, bro. I'm like, it was just a natural reaction. I didn't think about where I was. I didn't think about what I was doing. I was just like, whoa, that's mad, bro. And I promise you, it was like that. Yeah. And we were walking, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at my missus quiet, and I'm just like, do you know what?
I'm so sorry.
Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said, look, babe, I'm sorry. But then I said, but look. And I said, jokes aside, no, because I know like I was out of order just now. And I'm not gonna like hold my hands up. I was out of order, but it's mad. And she said to me, you know what? She said it is mad, but she said I didn't like the way you went. And I said, you know what? You're right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And seeing her face after that, yeah, I said, you know what?
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. And it's not like, do you know what it is? Yeah, some people might watch this and think, he's not built for that kind of life and whatever. Listen, you don't know where I come from. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't know me. But for me, I also know that there's some people in life here that just don't deserve certain things to happen to, like certain things like that to happen to them, because they're too sweet, especially what they do for you as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's not a case of not being built for it. It's a case of understanding what you have and preserving what you have. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's no need, if you've got I don't know, £5 million here, and somebody says if you do such and such to this person, I'll give you extra mil. You don't need that. You don't need that meal. You're just being greedy.
Yeah.
You've got 5 meal already. You're good. Do you get what I'm saying? But some people don't understand. They don't know how to not be greedy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? They don't know how to be. What's the word I'm looking for? Content.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
They know how
yeah.
to be content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say
it.
to that as well. Like, you know, when you know, sometimes you realize that if you've got a good one, that you don't. I think a lot of men have maybe scorned a few women, and they've scorned good women.
Yeah,
and then they've noticed the difference of how that good woman acts afterwards, because it's almost like a first time experiencing that kind of like
100
hurt by someone that she really poured 150% into.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
And
See
when
what
you
I'm
see
saying?
that, you do that, like, you almost feel like you can't get that version of her almost back.
And you don't wanna-
It's
and
like,
you don't-
it's
you don't
like
want-
virginity,
yeah.
innit? Once it's taken, you can't ever.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Like,
And it's
so-
like, once that feeling kind of her looking at you and
Almost
put you
got
up on a
myself
pedestal
and
in
once
that
you
sort of way,
drop
and
them-
loving you, like her putting you up on this pedestal in her own way, and then loving you that way. Once that's gone, or that feeling, oof.
And everyone's been on the receiving side as well. Like, I remember
Yeah.
being with one girl as well, and we must have been talking about something. We were somewhere, and we just knew some mutual people, and then someone's name come up, and she was like, "Oh yeah, he's nice," and I was like, "Bro, you know what? yeah, alright, good."
Yeah, I hear you.
To Amanda about a couple things, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I never felt nice when it happened.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then when
yeah.
you remember how you felt when those things happen, as you get older, you realize that, you know what, it's time to cut the 𝐥𝐤𝐬s. You know what I mean? Just be an adult kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I think for me though, because of that,
Yeah.
I've known what I want and need, more so what I maybe need, because not to be kind of,
Careful now.
yeah, I don't want to sound shallow as a person, but
You're not shallow though. We know
I
you're not
know,
shallow.
you know I'm not,
But
but
I
like,
your
know
opinion is your
what-
opinion.
that's what you're
yeah,
saying.
what I
Yeah.
was
Do you
gonna
know what? It's not shallow, but it's your opinion. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If someone doesn't agree, it doesn't mean you're shallow.
Yeah,
They
but
just
like,
don't
you know that it's the, like, I know what I want from or need from a woman in terms of mentality, personality, and then even just looks wise.
Yeah.
If those things aren't matching those boxes, then I feel like sometimes there's been room for complacency to creep in, and then I'm doing things that I don't really need to be doing, putting myself,
But
or
this is
potentially letting the idea of something that
Start
shouldn't
to
happen
entertain certain
entertain.
things because
No, but we've all
that
been
could
there.
actually get you in
It's real.
trouble.
And this is where you have to be like, you know what? You have to communicate, bro.
Yeah.
You have to communicate. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and you know, it's a case of some people saying, all right, for example, I was on Twitter the other day, as you lot know, sometimes I just scroll on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
And this girl was like, something like, men are trash, or this is why I don't take men seriously, or something like that. And there was this guy in her DMs, and she said something like, I can't remember it completely. I didn't screenshot it, but it said something like, "What are you looking for?" kind of thing. Are you looking for anything serious, kind of thing? I was like, "No, I'm not looking for something serious right now. I can't lie. I'm just looking to have a good time and to smash, basically, and whatever, and just."
The guy said that, yeah.
You know, yeah, and I'm looking to just like be outside, kind of thing. But she asked a question, he answered, and then she said,
didn't like the answer.
"I'm not really here for that, blah blah blah. Bye." And I was like, "All right, cool. You didn't have to show the whole world that and say that this is why I don't take men seriously."
Yeah.
A lot of women ask for honesty. She got the honesty she wanted, and now she's upset. with
But
the
you have
honesty
to,
that she got.
you then have to look at why she felt the need to share
No,
that
because-
conversation with the world, because
Yeah,
it's
that's-
not just because of the honesty wasn't what hurt her. I think there's something else that deeper that she that has happened to her subconsciously. So maybe it stems from like previous relationships, or maybe even from father figures or male figures. Something is missing for her that when that, because the honesty wasn't an issue. It's just the fact that
No, it seemed like it was for her.
no, but it's not. I don't think it's so much the honesty. I think it's the fact that someone doesn't want her in the way that she wants to be wanted.
Do you know
what I
what?
mean?
I agree with you, but can I say something? I also think it's the influence of this social media world, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a huge echo chamber, and the more I know, I say I scroll on Twitter and that, but sometimes I'm on there and I find myself, I get headaches, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's this whole debate
Taking on
about
other people's problems, like
It's not even that I'm taking other people's problems. I think it's more useless or
you see
not
how much
constructive opinions.
You see how much
being
people are
forced on
willing
you
to do what needs to be done to get the conversation
but then
rolling.
it's the amount of people that agree.
It's because people, when I say you're taking on people's problems, I don't mean like you're thinking you're taking it on as your own, but you see someone post some whatever conversation that they've had with someone, and because especially when you've seen that people are now agreeing, and you kind of force yourself to be like, what would I do in that situation, or what do I think in that situation? Do I agree or do I like disagree? And that's what I mean. Like you start to
sometimes
your mind
just
just
the situation. You know, sometimes I just read it for what it is, and I feel like I see it as nonsense.
But
for
then,
example, sorry.
I was just gonna say you're right, because sometimes you might see a conversation, you think, but that person didn't need to share that though. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't need to be on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of gets you vexed. You're using your mental.
It's not vexed. It's more so the intention behind why she's posting it to get people dragged. You get what I'm saying? For me, that's just bullying.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's an unnecessary thing to do, and you a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a nice person. I do this, I do that," but then you do things like that.
Yeah,
that's not nice.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
People become so fixated on certain outcomes and they forget. Like it's the same example as if you're in a dance, and then someone that you thought you liked the look of, you end up chatting to them. And it don't work. It don't really work. They don't really want you.
Do you know what?
If you fixate on that, you will miss out on the fact that there was 5 other people
that
in that same dance
that
are looking at you like, yo.
And Tuesday, hot stuff.
Can I segue onto something else?
Yeah.
Have you not seen the Noah Clark interview?
I saw.
I've seen all of them.
Winners talking.
There's Winners Talking one, which is a good one.
Yeah.
There's the James English podcast. Anything Goes with James English. I think everyone should watch Anything Goes with James English. That's the one podcast. It's like 2 hours and a bit, but he's the most vulnerable he's been on a podcast because his back's up against the wall on 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬 one. I think she's done a great job interviewing him, but I think he wasn't willing to part with as much information as he has on other podcasts because he knows that maybe she's in that that world of social media and influencers and whatnot, which I think she's a star in it. Do you know what I mean? But her opinions are not always conventional, if you like. You know, they're not always seen as an agreeable opinions. Seems controversial, if you like.
Yeah.
But he's on this podcast and he talks about a lot of things. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this for another pod and let you lot watch it first, and then we can talk about it. But I just wanted to segue onto, when you said, what was you talking about before?
About
when you go in a dance and you see
dance.
Dances and that they've changed now, you know. Do you remember when you used to go to a dance, and like it weren't really a video thing because it was maybe like BBM or I'm gonna get your number so we can text or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's just there to have a good time, and it's like nowadays when you're trying to move to girls, I see a lot of men nowadays say they don't know how to talk to girls or they don't know how to approach girls, and I get it because anytime you go anywhere near a woman or a female of a certain age or whatever, or from a certain generation, I should say, that sounds a bit mad. From a certain generation, it's like you're thirsty. But back in the day, women wanted to be approached and chatted up.
It's just all changed now.
And I noticed that nowadays, but I think because of that, actually no, I'm not trying to make excuses for it, but nowadays, if a man gets rejected, he can become quite aggressive or violent or abusive. But back in the day, I never actually saw a man them getting aggressive. It's like you move to a girl, you say, well, I'm be like, what you saying, blah blah blah. She'll be like, move man, I got a man or whatever. You have to count your loss. But you might say, you're batters anyway. But that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's why. Because back in the day, like especially for men, like I feel like we've been built off rejection. Do you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is that an ugly man will know that they're ugly because they get bare rejection. Do you see what I'm saying? Like obviously a guy who's obviously well sought after by a woman will get less rejections, but a man will get rejected at some point in his life.
Yeah.
Now, for us, when we've been rejected, it's like, all right, cool. How did we deal with that first rejection? That first rejection probably felt like a bit like heartbreak. Do you know what I mean? But we learned to. When I say we build off rejection,
that was everyone though. I feel like that was girls back then as well.
No, I don't think girls. You know, I think it's different for girls.
Boy, I'm not saying I was. I'm not saying I was Moyes Chestnut, bro. Do you understand? I'm not saying that. And I know I'm big and I'm fat now, and you know I'm not what I was. I got my hairline's gone, everything's gone. I'm marriage. Yeah, no, I'm joking. I'm happily married. I love it. I'm happy. No, I'm stupid. But what was I saying? I was saying back then, it's like even if a girl liked you, because I remember back in school, like girls making it known that they like you, and how it happened is all their friends would be like, "Oh, she fancies you," you know, blah blah blah. And you'd be like, you know what? I don't really like her like that. Yeah, that rejection was tough for them to take. But they had to take it. But the thing is, but they had to take it from you, but there's going to be someone else that likes them. Yeah, but we're saying the same thing. Because I'm saying that builds their character. Yeah, but a bun girl will find a less desirable girl. You have to be politically correct. So a less desirable girl will find a place that someone, well, obviously there's always someone out there for everyone, but if a girl is like not as pleasing to look at, but she might have something else. To one person. Yeah, to one person, but might have something else. Someone will always kind of want that person. Whereas with a guy, when a guy is less desirable, do you know what, and he ain't got much going on, there's not really going to be someone out there that's kind of I think going for man. I'm with you, but I think with the female aspect of it, you've got your wires crossed just a tad. Okay, just a tad, because with women, in a sense, like, okay, let me say it like this: you might like Coca-Cola, and I might like Sprite or Fanta. Do you get what I'm saying? Sprite or Fanta. Doesn't mean Coca-Cola ain't nice. Plenty of people like Coca-Cola. Yeah. Or Coke. Why am I saying Coca-Cola? Plenty of people like Coke. Yeah. Plenty of people like Fanta. Plenty of people like Sprite. But not everyone likes all of them. So in regards to women, I feel like the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Whereas with men, I feel like majority women like a certain cardboard cutout of man. And unfortunately, that type of man is a tiny percentage in the pool of men. I get what you're saying. You get what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. But then I feel like women, from and there's when less of us born, as well. Yeah, but from when women have been born, they've always been told you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Men don't get told that. But if we're going back to my original thing, like, you could be told by your dad that you're beautiful every single day of your life. When you approach the guy that you like and he tells you that I don't really like you, that gets popped. But then so imagine a girl goes to a guy and the guy says, yeah, like, I don't like you, like, I don't like how you look. No. She cries, goes to someone else. What's the consoling thing that they're gonna say? Like, that they're gonna basically tell the girl that, right, don't worry about that, you're beautiful, don't worry about like what they've got to say. Yeah, but beautiful. I think I'm not saying it's wrong to console someone like that. I don't think you're giving women enough respect in that sense, bro. I don't feel like not in the sense of disrespecting them, but I don't think you're giving them enough props in the sense of there's women out there, they're big girls. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you're back. I'm talking about back in the day. It's like you got rejected by someone that you like. It's okay. If two things will happen, and this is how I remember back in the day. It's either you try and level yourself up, however that was, maybe dressing better, looking a bit sexier, putting on a bit of makeup or whatever, doing your hair differently, so you can catch his eye. Do you get what I'm saying? Or you move on. But you don't necessarily go and cry to someone else for the sake of the fact that he doesn't like. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm saying how I remember things. I don't always remember girls crying to another guy saying, "Oh, he didn't like me," and then the other guy saying, "Oh, don't worry." I maybe when you're like late teens, going into your early 20s, or like you're from like 17 to like 19, 21. Do you get what I'm saying? You might try run a little game if you're trying to get, you know, the Sonic coins. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? But it's like when you're discovering yourself as a teenager and whatever, you process the rejection, you feel hurt, but you move on because that's how life was back then. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think that was just more for guys. I actually feel like it was just more for guys.
I've seen it with girls though.
I'm not saying this don't happen for girls. I'm just saying that I feel like that is the general thing that happened. Like more guys would have had to or gone through that. I feel like more guys were built up on rejection. I feel.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I feel like back then, women knew they weren't afraid to say they wanted a man, even if they were independent or knew how to do what they were doing, and they weren't afraid to approach a man if they liked a man. And if they got rejected, it's like, okay, I know I'm nice anyway, so I will go somewhere else. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you see me and you decide to like me, you can't just come back into my life like that straight away.
So who said that?
No, I'm just saying women.
Like yeah. So you're saying woman?
Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I feel like you see how you're saying that if someone said that they're not nice, they can say, "Oh, I'm not," but I know I'm nice, so I can go and do what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
The reason why they feel like that is because there's always going to be someone else who tells them that they're pretty, who tells them that they're beautiful, who tells them this and that. With a guy, it's like if a girl tells me that I'm bun or I'm less desirable, I'm not good unless if I actually am, then I'm not gonna get that from someone else. Do you see what I'm saying? Like
you might though. Because somebody might like you. But somebody might fancy you. It's just that you don't fancy them.
Yeah.
And that's the vicious cycle, bro.
That's just.
But I already said, like at the beginning, like I do believe that there's always someone out there for everyone. Do you know what I mean? So regardless of whether someone's right at the bottom of the pecking order, it doesn't matter. There's always someone there for you.
Get me? Like you might want Tisha, but and you don't want Janine. Do you get what I'm saying? but Tisha don't want you. But Janine wants you. It don't mean that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of.
But then that tells you that you actually are desirable. You're just not desirable from.
No,
Tisha.
it just means that she just doesn't like you, bro. And I think that this is where people go wrong.
Else that likes you.
Do you get what I'm saying? There was a time where we were the less fortunate.
Yeah.
Aaron was the pot of gold.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Literally,
you were the pot of gold. Do you get what I'm saying? We were the less fortunate. So we would get discriminated, not because we were bad looking, but simply because we were darker skinned. It happened. People want to deny it, but it happened. Do you get what I'm saying? Aaron,
I remember it in school.
Yeah, but if you had green eyes, you'd be God.
Just go and get the mop, because it's mad. It's mad.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's crazy, and vice versa as well. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just thought we segued, man. I was just talking about dance and that.
I think you're right.
When you go dance,
I don't think many women really approach men anymore in a particular as
and
much
men don't
as
approach women because of that.
Because of that. But
men don't go and dance and be like, I'm gonna leave here today with 10 numbers.
Yeah, or even just do
you know what I mean though?
Women
or 10 BBMs.
Okay with the flirting aspect of it and openly flirting with it, because now you might be in a situation where you're in a dance and then like you see a couple girls, but then you have a girl that you know and she comes into the dance and you're just like talking to her like casually. Like you might be like, you might have not seen her in a while, so you just give her a nice hug. You're smiling between, so no one can see the conversation you're having, hear it, but they can see that you're just smiling. Before. And before you know it, the girl that was kind of like, you couldn't tell whether she liked you or not, now she's got a problem with the fact that this girl that you know came over to you and was all friendly, and there's a lot of assumptions. But it's like, if you just flirted with me and you just let it know that I like, then you would know that this girl isn't that, or two, you would just know that I'm into you.
But then you see, back in the day, the women that I know, if they saw that happen, they're not gonna go out losing like that. They're like, no, he's mine. So I'm gonna do something so I can catch his attention and take him away from 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤. Do you know what I mean? Why is she smiling with 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤? Why is she smiling with my man? That's how girls used to talk. Why is she smiling with my man? Meanwhile, the man don't even know you exist. Why is she smiling with my man? Like, it's real. Do you get what I'm saying?
But now it's that fear of rejection. And a lot of it's that fear of rejection, because you'd rather, if you don't shoot, then you can't miss.
Now I feel like they'll do, like you said, Dan, they do more to try to get the guy's attention, but they do more in a good way to get the guy's attention. And maybe this is sounding a little bit, you know, like, I don't want to make it too like male centric in like, you know, what we think that we're receiving or benefiting.
No, but keep it
from the
real,
situation,
bro.
yeah. But like, imagine, so she would be more friendly towards you in a particular type of way because she doesn't want this other girl to have you. Now, the girl that is a little bit scorned by what you're doing is going off with someone else in the dance to try and get your attention in that sort
try
of
and
way.
make you jealous.
She's whining with someone else. And the wine look good.
That used to happen.
The wine look good.
sometimes, Yeah,
it does. That does something. But I feel like there was a bit
then
more.
sometimes
kind of,
they get
the girl
stung
was a
by
bit
that.
more. She was ready to kind of fight for you in a more in a way that didn't make her. Because that's for me personally.
I know what you mean.
That don't make me look. That don't make me happy. If I see you dance with someone else, if I thought I was a little interested in you, and someone else has come along and made it very known that they're interested in me, so I start dancing with them. It don't make me feel good or make me want you more if you go off and dance with someone else.
That's what I'm saying. The
That's
mentality is
not gonna
different.
work.
I remember being in a dance one
yeah,
time when I was young. Yeah, I remember, where was it again? I think it was in Wandsworth somewhere. Wandsworth Civic Centre. I can't remember, but it was like a college dance.
Yeah.
Gully versus Gaza. Yeah,
Of course you
it
would.
was a mad. It was mad. I can't lie. It was mad. Yeah, anyone that was there. If you went Richmond College, you probably went there. If you went other colleges, you probably went there. Anyone that went there, Gully versus Gaza, maddest. I still remember it to this day.
I remember
It
the
was a good
flyers.
time.
I remember the flyers.
I remember being in there, dancing with, you know, one girl going over there dancing with another girl, and being over there dancing with one girl, yeah, and seeing like she was dancing, but one other girl that I knew saw her, she was like, nah, man, and pulled me away from her and started dancing with me, and I said, yeah,
Yeah.
I said, yeah,
I've
this
been
is
there.
this is a good time, but she saw what she wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's how everyone wants to do it. I'm just saying the mentality back then was different. It's the same with guys, isn't it? It's like, okay, I know that she's talking to this guy or whatever, but I like her, innit? I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna move to her, and I'm gonna throw all the lyrics that I got down, and I'm gonna win her over, and she's gonna be my girl. You get me? Like, this happened. Like, that's what we used to do as youngsters. Like, don't be quiet. Like,
No, it's
you know what I mean? Like,
I hear it.
well, boy, I will own it. That's
hear
how
it,
we used to move. You see a woman, you like you move to her, you wax lyrics, and she'll let you know if your game is tight or not. If your game is not tight, you have to go away and learn better. You have to up your game.
Yeah. Gotta go. Learn.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Go get some game somewhere else.
go get some game. You know what I mean? Go listen to 1, 2 𝐦𝐤𝐬 album and pick up 2 lyrics. You know what I mean?
It's gotta be the cool
But
cat,
yeah,
man.
It's different now, though. I mean,
1, 2
even
Joe.
sometimes like you can't even go gym no more. You have to be careful where you're just gazing. You know, sometimes you're just in between mid set, and you might just stare like straight ahead. And before you know it, you're looking in the iPhone 14 camera lens that's in a tripod that's locked. Do you know what I mean? And but by that time you're just like, oh shit, it's too late. It's too late now.
Dance is not dance no more.
too late, fam.
Dances should be called stand. That's what people do. People go there to stand. You know what I mean? Dance. People don't go dance to dance no more. People got to stand up and flex. Look at my watch. Look at my shoes. Look at my BBL. Look at my weave.
I think the difference
man.
is.
Do you know what I
The
mean?
difference is as well. It's weird, isn't it? Because you know, you look at our parents' dances, and they're different. Like sometimes they will dance like, with multiple people.
Yeah.
But the dance is different.
Yeah,
the dance style is
No.
The
Them
dance-
lot dancing with some dirty dancing. Them lot dance is called. You know what their dance is called? Rubber dub. What do you mean
No, but
rubber dub?
some of them are
Rubber dub is
they got
Rubber
more of
dub
a
and
culture of sometimes accepting that you just have a little dance with someone, but it
sensual,
don't mean that it don't mean anything more than.
But it was just a
when-
dance.
It's just a dance.
A wine
And some,
is not a
some cultures
relationship.
are like that as well. You know, a dance is just a dance, or couples are like that, and then that's it. You
the
need
rubber
it.
dub thing was mad though, you know. When you
So
there
sick.
grinding, you know.
I remember
I can't
speaking
lie,
to
I'm
my
not-
parents about
and they'll talk
you know,
about rubber dub.
You know, like Lovers Rock and that.
Oh.
Like I remember
Johnny
speaking
K.
to them. I was just
Carol
speaking to
Thompson.
them about it. I was like, what is it like? Do you know what I mean? I was just like, what's that like? Like, talk to me about that.
Bullet.
But don't talk to me about it too much though. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, back in the day, I don't know. I feel like everything what we're saying about how the generation is now is what the previous generation was saying about us. and it would just be a
Yeah,
continuous,
it's just continuation,
continuous
of everything.
cycle. It's
And everything
it's mad.
recycles itself in it. Certain behaviors, certain kind of clothes style, certain types of dances, this
Yeah.
and that. All I know is that my girl's not going up on stage to get whined on by Chris Brown. And if that happens,
can I go back to that?
Go back to
go
that.
on.
I want to hear what else you're going to say.
Like,
Devil's advocate.
no, I feel like I hear what you're saying.
I'm saying because I wouldn't
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
go either. So I kind of,
But I feel
So
like
that's
there's an
my
element of
expect-
cap in there, though.
what that I wouldn't go up.
I feel like if I'm telling you now that Ashanti's putting you up on stage, are you going? And you're saying no.
If Georgia Smith is up
No,
on stage,
huh?
and if
Georgia
Georgia
Smith.
Smith is up on stage
Yeah.
and she calls me up to go,
You-
I'm not going.
You're not.
I'm not going.
Alright, no, but
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm
no,
not saying
but this is what. Alright, so this is where. Like, let me land because what I'm saying is.
We're waiting
like,
for you to Lambo.
yeah, but like he was talking, so
I'm just saying. I'm just
Go on,
saying.
boss.
anyway, as I was saying, yeah. As I was saying, yeah,
Shred.
like it's easy. It's easy for you to say that now.
Shredder.
Can I talk? Can I talk? You are stupid. No, it's easy for you to say that now,
Yeah.
because you're not under any obligation. You got a clear mind. You're here. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to give that answer.
Yeah.
If you're at the concert, you've had couple Maggies, couple Hennies and apple juice, yeah, and you're now if it's a thing where she's, say Ashanti's like looking in the crowd and the spotlight's gone onto you, but you haven't moved, but you want to go, but you haven't moved just because you're obviously trying to let your girl know that you know it's a respectful thing, and then the spotlight's moved, then you'll feel like, oh yeah, I said no, but really and truly in your mind you were saying yes.
But do you know what? I think it's also to touch on what you just said there. Yeah, I think it's because I know impulse, and I know that those moments are very brief moments in the grand scheme of the grand picture.
Yeah,
towards something.
of course.
So for me,
yeah.
I'm kind of like, well, you know, I can do without that impulse. I don't think I'd leave that concert feeling like, right, I really missed out on that opportunity for that dance.
That drive home's long, you know.
Because for me personally, I'm thinking to myself, well,
Can you say?
I'll never-
Wait! What you say? You go up on stage and drive home in silence and then go to bed with a smile on your face?
No. Because
You know, you got-
you ain't getting no cheats.
No, because what I'm saying is I fully understand this, but I'm just trying to say like, rah. At that moment, it's easy. Like, I agree with you. I would say the same thing. Like, I'm not going up on stage, but at that time, if pressure is applied by Ashanti, she said, "Aaron, come up on
Doesn't know
stage."
how she know his name.
Yes, I'm not. Bro,
No,
come on.
so-
But do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, right, the
I
same
hear
way
you.
that
No,
some
but
people,
you know what? I
some
hear
people
you.
get summoned up on stage.
I think it depends on your relationship with your partner.
I get it. I get it, Sean. But
Because if your partner's not there, you're going up on stage. You're
Yeah.
just hoping that it's not recorded.
I get
But I'll go home and tell my wife.
No, but the thing is, and you'll go, and even if you went up on stage, I feel like
she's there, I'm not going.
No, I feel like even if you went up on stage, I feel like because of the person that you are, you won't fully enjoy. Like, you'll be like, all right, you're there, but you won't fully enjoy. You won't be like,
you know you got
So then-
you know what I mean? You'll just sit there and you'll just be like,
You know what I mean? So then my question, was it worth it? It wasn't even, you didn't even enjoy yourself.
But
That's
you
what
see
I'm
what
saying.
saying? But you want to let her. It's almost like you're going up there, but you're gonna let your girl know that. Listen, like, I didn't. You're gonna make it seem like I didn't really enjoy myself up there.
Listen,
Do you know what I mean?
listen.
That's
It's
what
very
I think.
bro,
That's what the real.
Bro, it's very simple.
the real
bro.
thing is, fam.
It's very simple. It depends on your relationship with your missus. And if you've been in situations like that before, you know what's best for you. Like for me, so I went to a birthday dinner one time, and it was like a shisha lounge and like Turkish, Mediterranean food and that.
Yeah.
And then they come out with some belly dances.
I think you said this before.
Said it, yeah. And the belly dancers come around dancing, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Drinks is flowing. My missus is sitting next to me. Her whole family's there. Like, her family, innit? Like, everyone's there. Everyone's cool. She spots me. She comes over. She starts doing all sorts of shimmy, jinky me, jinky, like PK Humble is jinky me, jinky. You know what I mean? And just comes with her scarf and
roll the hip.
you know what I mean? Comes with her scarf and just trying to roll her hips, and then so she's dancing, and I'm fully aware my missus is there, so I'm just trying to, you know, that dog that does that look. You know what I mean? So I'm just there like that. I'm looking, but I'm just like, I'm looking, yeah. And then she's coming closer. All of a sudden, my missus just steps off. She jumps over like, and I was like, right, like take it easy. Don't cause no problems in there. You get what I'm saying? So if I know she's gonna do that to some nobody belly dancer, I know what's good for me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I know that drive home, even the rest of the concert when I come back down, it's frosty, bro.
Yeah, it's frosty. I think I kind of think the idea of like celebrity crushes are a little bit silly. That's what it is as well. I think the idea of celebrity crushes is a little bit.
I don't think it's silly.
Like,
I've got celebrity crushes.
The reason why I say it's silly,
I got crushes.
I know you do.
Celebrity crushes.
But I think it's the part I think that it's silly about it is more so that like getting yourself into a predicament just because of impulse, because you know that in that moment that you think it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to do what you need to do, not knowing that the bigger picture is that you will come back down to the.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It's going to be frosty. The drive home is going to be awkward.
I want to be clear though.
Do you know where those kind of things are done though? Is when, you know, when people are talking about like hall passes and stuff like that with celebrities, or like going backstage with celebrities and stuff like that.
See, that was going to be the next part of my question.
You see
stuff like that. Like, I'm just thinking,
like, so for example, so say she goes up on stage. Say you let her go up, or you say you let her, but you know she goes up on stage. She goes up on stage, and you know she was cordial about it. Like she weren't like we're doing all of that. Yeah, and then she comes back down, and then. But you see Chris Brown whisper in her ear just before she comes back down. Yeah. And then afterwards, you see the bouncers coming over saying, "Oh yeah, he said, you know, you can come backstage for VIP picture." Yeah. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But it's just her that can go back. You can't go back with them. Are you?
No, but see, this is where you have to cut that line, because like,
a story about that.
That's now you're taking the piss now. Do you know what I mean? Because before, as I said,
she's just going back to get a picture.
Yeah, all right.
I got a story, but I just want to be clear about something. Yeah, this is just for people that are, you know, a bit older, a bit more mature, innit? And you know, you're saying you want to settle down. Like, don't do stupid things, innit? If you're young, live your life, man.
Yeah, man, live your movie.
No, serious, because like obviously some people might hear this and they could be like 19 or 18 and they're thinking, I gotta be. No, listen, if you're young, look, you for every action you have, there's gonna be a consequence. Yep. You have to just be able to deal with it. So live your life. But for somebody that's like, you know, on the other side of 25 plus, you know what I mean?
And is looking to settle down.
And you're looking to just settle down, and you know that you hear everyone saying there's nothing out on the streets and blah blah blah. Look, be smart, bro. Sis, be smart. Do you know what I mean? Going back to what you were saying about backstage thing, I got a similar story where. Was there 1 year, was it 2 years ago or a year ago, Burna Boy was performing in O2?
Yes.
Burna Boy. Yeah. So basically, he was performing in O2, yeah. So one of my brethrens, I won't say who he is or where he's from, but it's one of my brethrens, yeah. He said that he was meant to go with his girl.
Yeah.
And they were planning to go in that now. But his girl said that her friend's man has got a box. Yeah, so it's just gonna be her and her friend, and her man and a bag of his bedrooms in the box. So she said she was going. She said she was going in it. She's going in the box because it's a better view, everything.
Yeah. The experience.
But he's still going to the same concert, but he's not allowed in the box.
He's not allowed in the box.
What? Oh, so he's gonna be down in the stands.
He was down in the stands, bro.
Peasant, fam.
So
and your girl's up in the box.
But he was like to me, like I don't know how to bring it up with her because I don't want it to seem like I'm moving mad. I was like, bro, each to your own, because I'll be telling her I'm coming in, like, when we going to the box.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like if my girl goes to the box and she lets me go to the stand, I don't know about that.
If she's happy with letting you,
she should want to be with. Like, she should be like, forget
I
the box. I said,
but he's not communicating his feelings. She just thinks it's normal. She thinks it's like, I'm going with my friend.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear it.
You get me? But I said you got to communicate how you're feeling about that.
Yeah, you do.
Because she's always going to walk over you, bro. You can't. How can you let your woman go to a box with a bag of man that you don't know? And
you're going to be
with her friend,
looking up, like, trying to see if you can see some movement,
and you're in the stands.
Listen, I'm
not even enjoy the show.
I said, yo.
Yeah, man. I think we'll wrap that one up. But yeah, let us know if you're letting your girl go up on stage with Chris Brown.
And if you're letting her go backstage,
Yeah.
for the VIP picture.
Yeah.
No one is, man. No one's letting
Meet and greet.
anyone
Meet
do
and greet.
anything. Why would you let someone
That's
do
how I
that?
meet either.
No. Five for that. But anyway, yeah, man. But yeah, you've been there with Shorts,
You've been there with Axe.
Been there with Chargy D,
aka
DCB,
aka
Angle Man Dan.
yes.
Dan already.
Stop it, calm down.